Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Friday, May 14th. I'm your host, not in a video, Scott Labrie. Joined alongside me, as always, we have Tyler Sunt, Uncle
Hello.
Teabag.
Teabagus.
Teabagus. And we have all day Eric Deshane here as well.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm not in a video if you're watching the video podcast because my webcam decided to crap the bed on me. I don't know why. Bit of a bummer.
That's the way she goes.
I guess
Technology has failed you once again, Scott.
Yeah, I guess I have to buy a new one.
Yay! That's like Carly's motherboard. At least it's not a motherboard for $200.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is Friday. If you're listening, so happy Friday. It is time to talk about the news. But before that, let's talk about what we've been playing, what we've been watching. Who's been playing some video games this week?
I have.
Go for it.
I finally wrapped Alien Isolation. Did I mention that in the last one? I don't think I did, eh? I finally got around to finishing it.
And or not.
The ending was very subpar. The meat and bones of the main hiding and doing your objectives and shit like that was so well done that the story was just fell flat. It fell flat. They focused more on the gameplay, which I mean I can't complain about. But unfortunately, after all that, I thought there'd be a pretty decent send off, but it was not. So if you're hoping for a really good story with this one, I mean the story up until the end is quite good, but the ending is just not satisfactory. Not at all.
No.
I was very upset. Very upset.
Doesn't pay for all the fear
after
and
all
suffering and
the fear, the hardships, the suffering, the sacrifices. I'm like, I can see where this is ending. It's like literally, like everybody. It's like watching Game of Thrones. You know, you like all these characters, and nope. Doesn't matter. They're all gonna die. It's like, God damn it.
We don't want to make a sequel.
Yeah, exactly. We're just shutting this down. This was a fun idea as an alternative sequel to the first one. So it's like, no, we need more. Well, it kind of leaves it a possible opening for another one. Possible. Because there is a little bit of light going over her face as she's floating in space. It's just like almost like a rescue boat or something.
Yeah.
But that's it. I was upset. But
leave it open for possibility if there's gonna be something, right? So
yes. But other than that, top-notch game. Genuinely scary, very nerve-wracking. Highly recommend that way. If you want a good game to play and you'll spend a lot of time playing it. It's not one of those games where you can just rush through because the alien would be like, oh, he's making lots of noise. Or she's making lots of noise, so I'm just going to go ahead in one of these vents and wait for her to come up to this area and just swoop down, grab you, pull you up, and shred you. Which also startles you. So it's like, you know what? The door's like literally right there. I saw it on the motion detector. It's like off to the right somewhere. I'm just going to book it. And even when it does kill you, it says, do not try to outrun the alien. You won't make it. It says right there after you die. Don't even bother trying to outrun it. It will always get you. So it's like, you have to be sneaky. So, yeah. It keeps guys like me that try to rush through things from doing that. But yeah, it was good. It was good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Eric, you playing anything this week?
In lieu of the new Resident Evil coming out here, I wanted to get back into the RE spirit, so I bought and downloaded Resident Evil 4. And like, I haven't played this thing in almost 15 years. Like, I'll get to it again and play it. And it was a big like nostalgia trip right off the hop. I'm like, oh, this game brings back so many memories. But like 5 minutes in, I realized this game controls like shit. I forgot how bad it is to control.
It is pretty rough.
So I'm like, so I spent the day like after playing a bit, I'm like, I gotta find some mods or something just to make this easier for maybe on a controller it'd be better, but on a mouse and keyboard it's just garbage to look around and use. Oh yeah, because you use your mouse like a normal shooter or third person. You use your mouse to move around, right? But this one is you're stationary and you shoot, which I'm fine with. But you're turning your mouse doesn't turn your character, and then you want to turn the character to turn right. You move your mouse right, but you're not turning right. You're still going straight. So it's like, okay, well I'll use the arrow, but you have to stop moving and then turn and then go. It's like, this is very
weird,
awful controls for a keyboard. So.
Yeah, no kidding.
We need to find a mod or something to remap the keys or something to make it better because, it's tough to sit through and play. So
Yeah.
But, it looks fantastic. It's been upgraded now to the higher resolution. It's the one on Steam, so looks great.
Yeah.
Looks like it can play good. Just how hopefully it can fix the controls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because I also did the same thing. The Resident Evil games were on like sale dirt cheap on PlayStation, so I downloaded the Resident Evil remake, like the first one remake that came out for GameCube, which Resident Evil 4 did as well. But that's tough because when you're shooting zombies, like it's all stationary angles until you go to the next frame, and it just switches. And then like when you're shooting the zombies, you got to hit like L1, and then you stop, and then your character automatically turns to where the target is, but doesn't necessarily mean you're actually going to hit it.
Yeah.
And you can't even see it because it's off screen. It's like, man, how did I think that this was fun? It's so frustrating because you're shooting into like nothing. But if you go into the next frame, it's like literally right there in the next frame, and it grabs you, and it's just like. But it's still very nostalgic, like you said, super nostalgic.
Right away, I'm like, oh, this game, I just love it right away.
Yeah.
I got to the village in the very beginning of the game, and you fight the mob there, and look around the farm in the back and everything else. I'm like, oh yeah, I spent so many hours in this game. I just love it again. So I want to keep playing it and enjoy it again. Yeah. So
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
makes me anxious to play the next one, Village.
Yeah, every now and then I'll watch like a little snippet of a gameplay or something from Village. I'm like, I gotta stop because I want to see this for the first time with you guys. And God, it looks just so
yeah.
Oh, can't wait.
What about you, Scott?
Yeah, I played a couple games actually this week. So towards the beginning of the week, actually I should say why I played 2 new games. So I was originally playing NHL 21, the newest one there, on the weekend, I believe, and I finally got my pro. We're in the playoffs. We're in the Eastern Conference Finals, and the game just decided to screw me over, like just dramatically. So we were in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. My guy's like MVP of the whole league. He's like best rookie in ages, and so we get to Game 7. And right away, I assist on a goal, so we're up 1-0. And then the thing is, though, you're only controlling the one guy. So once he gets off the ice, then it like simulates to your next shift. So I sit down, and as I'm sitting for a little while, it simulates, they score and tie it up, the other team. I'm like, okay, well, it happens throughout the whole entire season. No big deal, whatever. Get back on the ice, play a little bit more in like second period, assist on another goal. Cool, we're up 2-1. Get off the ice. They score again while I'm off the ice. And I was like, okay. Okay. All right. And then like third period comes, I score a goal. All right, 3-1. We're in the third period. Just gotta hold on to this, and then we're going on to the Stanley Cup Finals. Get off the ice. They score while I'm off the ice with like only a few minutes left. So then I'm like scrambling because I'm like, I don't want to go to overtime because this game's like notorious for fucking me over in overtime.
Right.
And it's like, no, can't score. It's like, fuck, now we go to overtime. And we're in overtime. Okay, cool. I have a beautiful chance. It's like 2-on-1. I pass a one-timer to my buddy. Open net. He whiffs on the one-timer. Totally just biffs it. And then the computer grab it, and they go for a breakaway and score, and I get eliminated from the play. So I was just like, start quick, delete from hard drive. And just like, in a matter of like 30 seconds, it was like, boop, 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 boop. And I was like, fuck this game.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
Like, you rage uninstall.
Oh, dude,
shit.
like, I'm like, it's fine if they would have scored those 3 goals while I'm on the ice and it's my fault, but like the fact that they scored 3 times while I'm off the ice, the computer just like, nah. It's like, okay, you like actually just fucked me over for no reason, so you made a bad game.
The computer's like, no, we're winning too fucking bad. Yeah, it's exactly it. Yeah.
So then after my rage, I was like, I need something like fun to play. So
So
I went back to Astro's Playroom, which is like the demo game that comes with the PS5. Which I remember playing opening day, and I'm like, this is really fun, but I never finished it. So I finished that up, and it's like 4 levels, and 4 worlds, and each has 4 levels, and you go around essentially collecting of the console. So like the first world is called Memory Meadows, and at the end you're supposed to get the PlayStation 1, but along the way you're collecting puzzle pieces to like fill out a mural in the home world, as well as collecting like hidden artifacts, which are like the old PlayStation 1 accessories and sort of thing. So after you beat a world, it like goes back to your little hub, and then it like blows them up so they're giant. So like, here's a giant PlayStation 1, here's all the giant artifacts and stuff like that. So it's just kind of like a cool nostalgic thing. It's like, oh, here's the PlayStation 1 memory card, here's the PlayStation 1 multi-tab, and go to the PS2 level, and it's like, here's the iToy. Remember the iToy or whatever, with like playing those games where you like, it puts you on the screen and like you're fighting off shit and like that. And I was like, oh cool, I remember this. And like it was just cool playing that. And the games is just like super fun. They made like an awesome platformer, and it's just kind of short, sweet little get in, get out, and easy platinum too. So I got my 5th platinum, so no big deal.
Nice 5 platinums. I don't even know if I have 1 platinum.
I'd say I never got 1 in my life. No.
I think the closest I came was in Fallout 4. That's the closest I came. Was getting the platinum.
The Spider-Man games are pretty easy platinums.
Yeah.
But then after that, a couple days ago, I started playing Control. Because the Ultimate Edition went for PlayStation Plus, free on PlayStation Plus a couple months back. So I started that up, and then that's been a lot of fun too. Cool gameplay, and it's just super weird and mysterious. Like, you're going to the Federal Bureau of Control, which seems something like right out of X-Files. You go in, and like the whole building's like empty. Apparently, it's like on lockdown. You're going there to find your younger brother, and you're going through this empty office building, and then eventually you come across like this janitor whose name's Audie, and he's like some foreign guy. He's like, director's office that way, and then you like start going towards the director's office, and you hear a gunshot, and you go in, and he's dead, and he looks like he committed suicide. And then you pick up the gun, and all of a sudden this like white world, you get transported to like a white world with this inverted black pyramid in the sky, and it's like starts talking to you, but like it sounds like a radio, like if you tune into the radio but you're off like a couple dials or something like that. So it's very like garbled, and it's like but like it has subtitles, so you know what it's saying. It's like, we are the board / pyramid, and we are going to test you to become the new director / chosen one, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then after you become the director, and then all of a sudden like you leave the director's office, and all the portraits of the directors that were hanging in the office are now portraits of you. And you're going around, and it's just like total like weird anomaly stuff like that, and it's awesome though. Like it makes you want to keep playing it, because you like, what the hell's going on, but I want to figure it out.
Right. And the gameplay is good too, eh?
It's so awesome to like pick up shit like a telekinesis and throw it and stuff like that. They make that really satisfying.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys have been watching any oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. I was just gonna say, after I finished Alien Isolation, I was playing Resident Evil, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of getting into it, but I suck at puzzles. I always have. I used to play Resident Evil with my brothers, and they would be like, "Kate, you're going the wrong way. You're going back the way you just came from." I'm like, because I get lost so easily. And then the other one would be like, "Oh, so to solve this puzzle piece, you need this key, and then you got to bring this piece to that and check here." And so, like, playing it by myself, it's taking me way longer than it should be to get out of the first part of the game. And I'm like, I need to play something more linear, a little more linear. And so I downloaded, because it was on sale again, was Outlast 2. I just downloaded the second one. It's got the jump scares, but they went way more. The best way to describe it is more fucked up. Like, there's dead babies, there's like nudity, there's everything. It's like, what the fuck, man? And it warns you. It says, warning, this game involves severe gore, dismemberment, like mature graphic nudity, like all this stuff. Please enjoy. And it's like, okay, like that's weird. And so for the first part, actually, is probably one of the most terrifying moments in gaming that I've had. in a really long time. So basically, you're playing a reporter or a cameraman for a reporter. This girl, I can't remember her name. I'm terrible with names in video games like this. But anyway, you're in a helicopter and you're looking for where this pregnant woman was found murdered in like this Arizona desert area that's surrounded by mountains. And you're flying, and all of a sudden, this white light flashes and blinds the helicopter pilot. And like all these crows hit the rotor blades, so your helicopter goes down and crashes. You survive. You pick up the camera, this little camcorder, which is the same style from the first game. So basically, you can't fight, you can't do anything. You just basically run and you hide, and that's the whole objective of the game. And so you run to another piece of the wreckage. You find her, and she's there. And then you slip down a pass, and you knock yourself out, and you wake up, and she's gone. And you see that there's a little village up ahead, so you're running down this pass, and you get there, and it's like pretty much like an abandoned, and it's pitch black out, like pitch black. So you take out your camera, you got to turn on the night vision, and just out of sight of the night vision infrared of the camera, you see glowing eyes, like 8 sets of them, and they're like, Kane's chosen one. Kane's chosen one. They back into the darkness and they just disappear. It's like, what the fuck? I don't want to go in this village. I'm like, I'm not going in here. So then it's like, okay, you can press square to open up windows to go in through houses and make less noise instead of opening up a door or instead of whatever, right? So like they doubled down on the whole sensitivity of everything, and it's so freaking stressful. Carly was watching me play it a little bit too, and her hands just instantly started like sweating, like so bad. I'm like, hey, stop touching me. You're getting my shirt soaked. Like, stop.
You're staining my shirt.
And you're staining my shirt. Go away. Stop. And she's just like, I don't know why you play these games. So then it's like, press square to open the window. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it. So I go to open up the window, and a freaking crow flies out the window right at your character. And well, I almost had a heart attack. Like, I saw my soul leave my body. It's just like, like, son of a bitch. So I'm only like 10 minutes into the game, and it's already scarier than the first one, and Alien Isolation, and I don't know. So and then I came across like the sacrificial place. So I think what the story is that they're trying to basically birth the Antichrist is what they're doing. So they're doing all these rituals and all this weird shit, and it's a whole bunch of hillbillies, and they're trying to bring women into their thing to impregnate them with the chosen guy of like Cain, some kind of demon angel thing, and the guy's like the living embodiment of the cult leader, and he impregnates these women, and then when the babies come out, if they don't have the mark, they're supposed to have on the eyeball some kind of upside down cross. That's how you know it's the Antichrist, and if it doesn't, they just get rid of the baby, and you come across where they're discarding them. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this, like, and you're like walking around them in like this pit, and I'm like, holy fuck, how did this game get greenlit, man? How did this even happen? And how is it like even a mainstream-ish kind of game? So it's very, very sadistic, and they kidnap this female reporter, and you got to try and find her and rescue her. And oh my god! So it's like, not only is it terrifying, it's very, 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 very disturbing. So
lovely.
That's the game. That's the game. And me being the twisted weirdo that I am, I have to finish the game. I have to see what happens.
Nope.
No,
nope. Exactly. It is messed up, man.
Y'all need Jesus.
Yeah. The whole time you're playing is like, these guys need Jesus. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and then there's like this freaking 9-foot tall old witch lady that like stalks you at the beginning part. You gotta hide from her. Oh man, this game in the first 10 minutes, it's too much, man.
Another too much. Tall lady, hey?
I know that's a trend nowadays, apparently. Yeah.
Well, this one wasn't quite as thick with 2 C's. That's Lady Mr. She's actually scary. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, any other games you guys have been playing, or should we talk about movies and TV shows?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody see any films?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went down some memory lane with 3 of them. Carly had not seen Alien or Aliens, the originals. So we watched the first one, and the effects as well. Scott and I watched the Alien, the first 2 together, and the effects are a little dated, but it still has that. It still holds up pretty good, though, considering it's like a 19th. Yeah, exactly. You know, Ridley Scott just like nailed that one. Good characters, good acting, good effects for the time. But she really enjoyed them. She's like, I'm surprised. Well, she was never allowed to watch those kind of movies when she was a kid, so it's always been like Disney movies and whatever else. And so she watched the first one, and she's like, "Yeah, that one was pretty good. It was pretty scary. There was one jump scare that still got her pretty good. I was like anticipating. I was waiting for it. It's where the captain's in the vent and he's got the flamethrower. It's like it's right on. He's like, I don't see it. And he turns around and it's just like, ah! She's like, ah! So then, and then the second one, she watched that one. She's like, I like this one way more. And I said, she's like, I think I like the second one a lot because I watched the first one. If I would have watched this one without watching the first one, it wouldn't have been nearly as good because it carried off so perfectly and just expanded everything that she liked about the first one, which is so true. That's why you can't really pick a favorite, I don't think, with those movies. And then, well, I still like the second one, I think, quite a bit more.
Very different movies. The first one's like more of a horror movie, and then the second one's like an action movie kind of.
Yeah, it is with some pretty scary elements too, though. Like the face huggers, when that stupid douchebag from the company dumps those canisters with the freaking face huggers. That's still like it was just like squirming, and she's like, oh my god, and they're trying to kill it. And the little girl Newt, and we both agreed that this is one of the only movies that we watched where the little child actor isn't freaking annoying in the movie, like for like a horror action movie. And it was just she just added to the seriousness of the film, right? So.
She was good because she didn't say fuck all. She was quiet.
Right? She was pretty quiet, yep. Yeah. But she was still like cute enough in the little antics and stuff, and it was just the right amount of dose of little kid in a shitty situation. But we watched that, and then we watched 28 Days Later, which she had not seen. She wasn't a big fan of it because it was just such shitty quality. Yeah. Like the camera that they used, I remember when I watched the making of it, Danny Boyle, one of his first feature films actually. Now he's like an Oscar-winning director. After making this movie, he had like a little 720p camcorder, but it has Cillian Murphy in it and everything, and there's still two parts that made her jump out of her seat, like this pretty scary. But it was that was pretty good. But and then we also finally got around to watching Captain Fantastic, which is on Netflix, and I
now I know what it is. Yeah.
With Viggo Mortensen. It's about a father living out in the woods with his 5 children. And trying to raise them, keep them away from society because society is just gone to shit, and they're not teaching kids the right stuff, and and they're all reliant on big corporation foods and all this crap and GMOs, whatever else. So they're basically raising these kids out in the wilderness, and something happens to the wife. She gets sick, and then there's a funeral. So the wife's parents want to have like a Christian or Catholic or whatever burial. And even though in her will she wanted like a Buddhist kind of whatever, like burned and celebrated, whatever. So there's like a huge clash. I'm not going to give any more away. What an incredible movie. It's not the kind of movie that I usually watch. I don't like those feel good, feel sad type, realistic dramas. I'm more, rituals and dead babies. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I really highly recommend it. It's surprisingly a lot of funny parts, but those just like amplify like how dramatic and how sad it is, and just and Viggo Mortensen. I don't know how I didn't hear about this movie or why he didn't win an Oscar for this one. Like that guy is just like a tour de force, man. That whole movie was excellent. It was an excellent movie. I highly recommend it.
That's on Netflix, right?
Yep, that's on Netflix. You betcha. It's very good. Very, very good movie.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very good.
Eric, you seen anything this week at all?
Didn't see new movies at all. I did sort of watch the Star Wars: The Bad Batch. I was a fan of the Clone Wars animated series, so I was kind of looking forward to this series. It looked entertaining for me. And I never finished season 7 yet, which is where these characters get introduced into the show, and then it follows up with them after the events of episode 3. It's kind of where this whole story of the series goes after. And it's all right so far. It's only 2 episodes in right now at the moment. 3 is released tomorrow. And it's kind of one of those episodical. Think of them like a Star Wars version of the A-Team. You have your specific characters, and they kind of are like wanted, but they can't really go back. So they're just kind of going from place to place, doing whatever they can, kind of thing. So yeah, it's essentially it's the A-Team with Star Wars characters.
Okay, right. So this takes place after Order 66.
Right after Episode 3. We're right after the Emperor takes control, and is able to right where the Empire starts from there on out.
But these guys aren't stormtroopers.
They're not technically stormtroopers. No, they're like a spec ops groups of genetically altered clone troopers. Their mutations have made them like special in their own way. Like you have one who's the one guy who's the muscle, one guy who's the brains, and they're all like different than your average clone. So
so
their own special operatives group kind of thing. So yeah,
but are they working for Palpatine or no?
No, that's the thing. Why? Because it's revealed too that the Empire doesn't want to have clones in their army anymore. So they're kind of outmoding clones. And they are a group that let some of the Jedi go after Order 66. So they are kind of wanted for that. So that's kind of why they're against the Emperor for stuff like that. So
because they didn't follow the orders. They were just like, we're not going to be a part of this.
So essentially, this show retconned the whole idea of Order 66, where it was just like command the Emperor gave, and the troops followed it. Well, it turns out all the clones had like a chip in their brain. So whenever the Emperor gave that order, it set off that chip and made them under their control, right? So, but these troopers, obviously enough, don't have that chip properly functioning in their brains. So that's why they weren't affected by Order 66. They're able to see like, well, no, this is wrong. This is bad. We shouldn't be killing the Jedi and stuff like that, right? So because of that, they're wanted from the Emperor, and they're on the run, and so it's. Stuff like that. So
they're kind of like, are they like mercenaries? They pick up odd jobs here and there.
That's what it's hinting at. It hasn't only one episode so far. Then going to other places and kind of picking up odd jobs, helping where they can. But kind of where it's going with this series, with that, it's kind of they're mercenaries, pretty much guns for hire. Probably joining the rebellion down the line here and do what they can to help out. So it's interesting. Let's see how it goes. But although I found they didn't follow the same footsteps as the original Clone Wars series, because they have this little kid character named Omega, and they kind of modeled her exactly as from the hell, what's the Jedi now, Ahsoka Tano or
Ahsoka or whatever.
Ahsoka, yeah, she's incredibly annoying. She's this Mary Sue know-it-all. Like, just you hate watching her, but yet now she's this fan favorite, right? So maybe they're doing the same thing with this Omega character in the show, but they throw in this kid character for some reason. It's like, she's just annoying and doesn't need to be there, kind of thing. But it's playing a part somehow. Who knows? So
that might have a bigger.
Exactly. It's like one of those like, it's bigger things. Just kind of deal with it for now, stuff. So but but no, I'm looking forward to it. And I enjoy that show a lot. So the Clone Wars a lot. So see how this one goes.
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. I just saw one thing here this past week, and I watched the season 2 and season 3 of The Dragon Prince on Netflix. I watched season 1 when it first came out years ago. It's by the lead writer of Avatar, The Last Airbender, Aaron Ehaus. He's the one who he's the showrunner on this guy. And I remember liking the first season, and then watching the second, third season, it's like, it's definitely more aimed to kids than like Avatar. It's like everybody can have it watched it, but like watching this, it's like, this is definitely more of a kid's show. And then it's very like cool, like a lot of like the character designs and that sort of thing. It's like, this is a kid's Dungeons and Dragons show, pretty much. Watching it, like, you have all these different elf races and dragons and all this other stuff, and it's like very high fantasy stuff, which is cool to me, and I like a lot of their designs and stuff. But just some of the main characters are just very childish, and they are children, so they should be. But when you think of like it's the lead writer of Avatar, you think it'd be a little bit better, but well. But one thing that did make me laugh was the main guy. His name is, I forget now, but his voice actor's the guy who did Sokka's voice. And at one point in season 3, he's like looking at a boomerang, and then like this female elf character is like, "Why are you staring at that?" He's like, "I don't know. I have some sort of deep connection with this item," or something like that. I was like, "Okay, that's kind of a funny little joke," but yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. Other than that, nice. I mean, like, if you have kids, their kids will probably enjoy it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth your guys' time.
I remember seeing when it first came out. I wanted to watch it, maybe watch the first few episodes, but I don't know. It just didn't really grab me like Avatar did. But I think it may be like the first season could be a little bit too slow at first. But
yeah, another big problem is it does the Netflix anime thing, which is uses 3D models instead of hand drawn stuff.
Yeah.
And the problem is like watching the show, it just like they look like they should have done another like Passover with some like actual hand drawn on there, because the way it just looks like a video game that's running at a low frame rate a lot of the times, which is kind of janky
at times. Yeah, yeah.
It's like especially when like there's the actiony stuff. It's like it's kind of crappy.
I noticed that too as well. Yeah.
But anywho, should we move on to the news?
Sure.
Cool. We're cutting back on our stories again, even though we're already at a half an hour.
No.
Yeah, no. Well, that's all right. So we're gonna be doing 2 stories each. That's all right. Anybody want to go first, or?
Sure, I can go first.
Go for it.
So something that I'm actually kind of, myself and Carly, because we watched the Harley Quinn animated series on Amazon. Margot Robbie is trying to persuade Warner Brothers to bring Poison Ivy to the DCEU, and it might be a possibility, which would be super cool. It's been revealed that she's been pestering Warner Bros. To add Poison Ivy to the DCEU. Robbie, who portrayed Harley Quinn in 2016 Suicide Squad and 2020's Birds of Prey, said she had been actively pushing to get another iconic DC Comics character into the DCEU, and she admitted that she is an untiring advocate of Poison Ivy being given some screen time, in part because she would love to see the antics of the mischievous duo. Trust me, I chew their ear off about it all the time, she said, when asked if there had been any discussion about bringing Poison Ivy to the DCEU. They must be sick of hearing it, but I'm like, Poison Ivy, come on, let's do it. I'm very keen to see a Harley Poison Ivy relationship on screen. It'd be so fun, so I'll keep pestering them. Don't worry. So this isn't the first time it's been suggested that Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy's relationship could be explored further. Filmmaker Kathy Yan previously said she would be interested in directing a Birds of Prey sequel that could dig deeper into their connection, saying she would love to see Poison Ivy make her DCEU debut alongside Robbie's maniacal villain. If given the green light, Yan certainly wouldn't be short of source material for the dynamic duo's first live-action adventure. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy have a long, complicated history in the DC universe, starting out with their team-up in Batman the Animated Series, through which they quickly established themselves as Gotham City's very own version of Thelma and Louise.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so given their immense popularity, the DC power couple were integrated into a swath of other DC TV shows and comic book series, including a Harley Quinn solo series written by Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti. It was across these pages that Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy's romantic relationship became official canon after it being hinted at subtextually for years, which I thought was pretty funny. If you guys have seen the animated series, you guys gotta watch a shot. Just give it a shot. It may not be anything like crazy, but like even like Batman has little parts in it. It's pretty cool. And
it's good. I like
Robin's like it's so funny and it's good. There's some pretty serious parts in it too, and the Joker is just such a fucking scumbag. Such a scumbag. He's not like crazy and like over the top or anything, but like
he's just a awful
douchebag.
Yeah.
But so that'd be really, really exciting to see. It'd be better if James Gunn helmed the movie.
That's what I'm thinking. Like the only way it probably happens is if there's a Suicide Squad sequel for.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if James Gunn's allowed to do one now because he's back under the Marvel thing.
True.
Right. Maybe he has maybe he's freelance now.
Maybe
not tied to nobody. Who knows? Because he does a lot of his own writing and everything, right? So he's. Because
just looking up the Birds of Prey box office, it just kind of made its budget back, so
right.
I don't think they're looking to do another movie of that. Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of a bad name for a movie too. Birds of Prey, the
fantabulous whatever.
Yeah, it's like call it just the Harley Quinn movie, dumbasses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, Margot Robbie is perfect. There's a reason why, when they did the remake of Suicide Squad, they got her again because she's just fucking born for the role. She's so good. And I honestly, I was kind of excited to hear about this. I really do hope it does come true because it seems that a lot of actors will get their fans to back them up, and it's like the Schneider cut. Right. So I do hope it does.
That could be a thing too. Just make something for HBO Max if they go the Marvel route and make a.
Yeah,
Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy show,
like a spin-off series, or even just a little spin-off
episode thing. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't have to be canon. It can just be its own little thing. Like, I would totally be up for that.
That's the thing too. It's like, what is the DCEU now? Like, it's so It's so messy. Like,
right?
I don't know. Plus, like, there's gonna be the Flashpoint thing, which is gonna reset it. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They should just stop it and then come back to this in 10 years.
Like, yes, just leave it sit.
Yeah.
And just wait for it to kind of go away.
Let people forget.
And try again later. Yeah. We'll get him in the next one, boys.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so I mean, because I know that Peacemaker is going to have his own show after this, after the Suicide Squad. Apparently, John Cena is going to be in it. I don't know. I read somewhere, which is what I should have actually found the article for, but apparently he's going to have his own show. So that'd be kind of cool if Harley does survive the movie, which in here, in this same article, Robbie's Harley Quinn was last featured Birds of Prey and will be making her third movie appearance in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad this summer on August 6th. She's just one member of the movie's supervillain squad comprising of Bloodsport, Peacemaker, Captain Boomerang, Ratcatcher 2, Savant, King Shark, Blackguard, and Javelin, though it's unclear how many of these characters will survive. And apparently, according to James Gunn, a lot of them are going to die. Like, almost all of them are going to die. So it's like, I hope Harley's not one of them. But obviously, Peacemaker's going to make it, obviously, because he has his own spin-off show, I'm pretty positive that it is actually happening. I'd have to find the article, but maybe Harley will be in there. Who knows?
What about Polka Dot Man?
Yeah, they didn't even mention him in here.
Yeah.
Terrible article.
He's the
garbage.
Coolest one.
He'll survive.
Polka Dot Man. Yeah. He's the real depressed one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the trailer.
Yeah. Eric, you want to go or do you want me to go?
No, I can go here. Mine's really short and sweet here. Researchers have found a way to make GTA 5. They made a mod to make it photorealistic by using AI. So it says here, researchers have developed a technique that adds uncanny valleys of photorealism to the game using machine learning. The method not only adopts more natural colors, but improves reflections, tweaks road textures, smoothness, otherwise adds subtle changes to GTA 5's normal hyper-vivid look. And I sent the video in the chat. You guys should check it out. Essentially what they did was they made using AI and image enhancements and other buffers
we are enhancing
to overlay onto the game itself. It turns the game into looks almost like a dash cam version of the downtown LA. Guys should check out that video. It's crazy how realistic they make this game look. And when I saw that right away, I realized this is the stepping stones to the future of gaming, because it looks like it's you play like a real version of something, right? So it looks amazing. So right now it's still very, very early. Like right now they have them running off of RTX is 3090s right now. So you need high-end PCs to run it, but oh man, does it look good.
Why would they upload the video in 720p?
I mean, if you watch it though, it's very jittery because there's
so much better in 720.
Yeah, there's so much going on right now, so it's tough to to render out. But if with advancements down the line here, it could be really top-notch stuff here. So yeah, to me this seemed really interesting and fascinating to see where the future of gaming can be going, because it looks great, I think. So
yeah,
great potential
for sure. It reminds me of this Corridor Digital Crew video that they did a while back where
the GTA in real life.
Well, not that, but just kind of showing off AI, how it's gonna be improving CGI in the future. We're all right, let's have a race of who can key out a background and add an explosion the fastest. And Nico or whatever is all right, I did mine in 30 seconds because I just went to a website that has AI and it did it for me that fast. And it's and then the other guys were using actual huge stuff like After Effects and that sort of thing, and it was took them longer, and it's so eventually those tools are going to be incorporated, I guess, into After Effects, and just can we get that much better effects later down the line.
Yeah, really all it is.
That might be interesting to me.
Yeah.
Shortcuts
That'd
with
nice.
with code. That's all it really is, right? So yeah, it's just give it the program, give it to the AI, and it can just tweak it for you as much as you want, right? So
do all the rendering and blending and all that crap. The meticulous crap, they just do it automatically. Man, be a game changer.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, because hopefully that'd be cool if they can keep modifying that and make it usable.
Yeah. Cool. Well, you guys want to hear a stupid story, which is
Sure.
Yes, I love stupid stories.
Walmart and Target suspend sales of Pokemon cards for safety reasons.
What?
U.S. retailers Walmart and Target have suspended in-store sales of Pokemon cards and other trading cards due to safety concerns caused by a huge upsurge in demand. As reported by Bleeding Cool, a sign spotted by a customer in New York notes that Target will no longer sell MLB, NFL, NBA, and Pokemon trading cards as of May 14th to ensure the safety of our guests and team members. It's clear that renewed interest in the scene is having a negative effect on in-store conduct amid an uptick in scalping. That demand has led not just to bad behavior, but a real crime. Vice reports that a fight related to trading cards in a Wisconsin Target parking lot recently led to a gun being drawn, but thankfully not used. Last month in Brunswick, Maine, News Center reports that $20,000 of sports trading cards were stolen.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
Happening.
It is, dude. It is nuts. If you go on like, especially now, if you like go on like Facebook Market page and just type in Pokemon cards, there are so many people like selling Pokemon cards right now, and like right now the McDonald's Happy Meals are giving away Pokemon cards, and so people are just like buying a shit ton of Happy Meals because everybody wants to get a full holo set. So they're like, I got a holo Pikachu, it's $80. I'm selling it on Facebook. It's so crazy right now.
And people are probably buying them.
Yeah, it's all because of like the YouTubers, man. Once they got into Pokemon cards and opening them on streams and that sort of thing, it's just exploded.
Holy man.
Well, they didn't say Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh safe still, so we're good.
That's why Yu-Gi-Oh isn't cool anymore.
Yeah, never was, but unfortunately.
No.
Blasphemy.
I got
I
two
know,
sets
I'm
of the
not-
Egyptian god cards that'll prove you wrong. No.
Yeah.
You guys are nerds, man.
Sorry, bro, nerds, I know.
Jesus.
So yeah, there you
Oh
go.
my God, people.
Get stabbed over Pokemon cards.
I get a gun drawn on you over Pokemon cards. What the hell?
Yeah.
I was gonna
I
get
can
that
see that.
back, and you pulled a Charizard. I saw that pack first.
Oh my God.
I feel a short film coming on.
Right.
Yep.
Just stab at each other. Some cards. Might have to make a short film about that, I think. My Pikachu's better than yours. Fuck you.
You got the VMAX Pikachu. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's worth $360.
Yeah.
Oh my God. See, I have friends who shop for like the original like vintage packs that open those up online and everything else. But like,
Well, even those
that's
are stupid.
even those are stupid expensive. Now, I think my one friend Braden bought like one pack of cards with $1,000.
Oh yeah.
It's like, why the fuck would you spend $1,000 for 9 cards that maybe we just have shit in them? Like
That's like something that people are doing now is like they'll buy packs, and for each pack they open, they put one away just like in the storage just to keep the pack sealed until maybe years down the line. Then they can bring it out and be like, I have an unsealed pack that's now worth, way more, and you don't know what's in it.
collectors, man, they're nuts.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Crazy. Tyler, what's your next story, man?
Oh, it's a riveting one. Enola Holmes 2. Enola Holmes 2 is greenlit, and Millie Bobby Brown, Henry Cavill are returning for the sequel. For Legendary and Netflix, a sequel was Elementary. Get it? The game is afoot again as Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill have reunited for a sequel to Enola Holmes, the female-centric Sherlock Holmes hit from Legendary Entertainment and Netflix. I haven't seen the first one yet, but I've heard that it's surprisingly pretty good. Henry Cavill obviously plays Sherlock Holmes, and it's about his little sister Enola, and the companies have bought many of the creative, including writer Jack Thorne and director Harry Bradbeer, back for the sequel, which will continue the adventures of Sherlock and Mycroft Holmes' rebellious teen sister Enola, a gifted super sleuth in her own right who often outsmarts her famous siblings as she runs about early 20th century London. The films are based on Nancy Springer's Edgar Award-nominated book series, The Enola Holmes Mysteries, which comprises 6 books. Netflix, using its 2-minute eyeball metric, says an estimated 76 million households chose to watch the 2020 movie in the first 28 days of its September 23rd release, which is pretty crazy. Back as producers are Legendary's Mary Parent, Alex Garcia, and Ali Mendez, as well as Millie Bobby Brown and Paige Brown, who produced through their PCMA Productions shingle. Legendary's Joshua Grode and Michael Dreyer, plus Brad Beer and Thorne, will executive produce. Both Brown and Cavill have favored player status at Legendary and Netflix, obviously. Brown is coming off a turn in the monster hit Godzilla vs. Kong, made by Legendary, and also has season 4 of Netflix's Stranger Things waiting in the wings. Cavill is the star of Netflix's fantasy series The Witcher, whose second season is due to hit later this year. So, yeah, Netflix.
I never did see that movie, the first one. I heard it was really good though. It looked.
I've heard it was really good. I might have to check it out, honestly.
The trailers and the photos of it looked very much like a teen kind of coming of age story, so I wasn't really interested in seeing it. But I heard it was really good though. So
yeah, it's not like what the trailer portrays, I don't think. But I might have to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
She seems to be doing quite well for herself. That's good to see.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to see season 3 of Stranger Things. I still haven't. Yeah, I've heard. I know. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it either. I don't know.
Feeling
fatigue on.
I binged
Stranger
the first
Things.
the first night it came out. I binged the whole season.
Yeah, first season I watched. I'm like, man, this is really good. Second season, I'm like, yeah, that was really good, but I'm done.
Yeah, I don't know.
Both excellent shows, but yeah. But yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, what's your next story?
Another little quick one here. So Warzone may soon add Rambo and Die Hard's John McClane.
I saw this.
The game. Yeah. So a few days ago, the Call of Duty Twitter account asked if anybody knew this Survivor John 100926 Warzone report. Shows a screenshot of this kill report here. Shows us John Survivor scorecard. He has 552 kills, 7 hours, 5 wins, 5 games played, 0 deaths, and an infinite KD ratio. So by doing a little bit of digging, you can see that all 5 of Rambo's films combined is 7.8 hours, 7 hours played. Rambo has not died yet, 0 deaths. And according to the fandom.com, he has exactly 552 kills by all 5 movies. So that's the hint with that. So yeah, let's see. I can't get over that many kills in his movies, but I've never seen the 5th one yet, so not sure what the death ratio is.
Yeah, The Last Blood or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one yet either. But I bet you he got about 500 of them in the 4th one, the Rambo movie.
Rambo movie, yeah.
Holy fuck, man.
This with on the machine gun alone, like my god, that was. Yeah. And then the second one here, it's on Twitter. Call of Duty says air ducts are complicated networks of danger. If yours are in need of a repair, call the best business at the Nakatomi Duct Cleaning. So of course it's a reference to Die Hard, Nakatomi Plaza, which you see the first ever movie with John McClane and Bruce Willis. So yeah, they're hinting at these 2 new unlockable characters. So now Warzone's turning into Fortnite, where we can have character skins.
Great.
And hell, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat does the same thing too.
I
love it.
Yeah, like why not add all the action heroes to that stuff? Like,
I know.
Like they had the Saw guy, which was like so random that they put Saw in. But I mean, like it was for Halloween, I guess. But it's like, if you're gonna add like I don't know, celebrity characters and sort of things, like pick 80s action stars that fit.
Darn right, yeah.
Put frickin' now you need Arnold Schwarzenegger Commando in there, like for sure. Like, come on.
But you need likeness in that because in Terminator, I would say Terminator first before was Commando. Like this, that definitely
he's a war dude in that. Commando.
True, but
Commando would be probably pretty fitting because Terminator is already in Mortal Kombat, so
or Predator, but
or Predator, yeah.
That's the 90s. That's 80s. That's 80s. Yeah.
That's 80s for sure.
89, 87. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
They did have Predator in Call of Duty Ghosts and one of the levels.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh.
In the worst Call of Duty.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Ghosts is awful. Straight trash.
I know. I got halfway through. I didn't even finish the game. The story. I'm just like, this is just not interesting at all to me. It's really not interesting. Yeah. Like the graphics and everything were okay. I like the survivor mode with the aliens. Like that was okay. But I found I was playing that more and I'm just like, I just don't care. And I just stopped playing it. I'm like, it's so boring.
I just looking at this poster here for the Nakatomi Duct Cleaning. It says the tagline, say yippee-ki-yay to dust.
Yippee-ki-yay to dust. So dumb.
Stupid.
That's awesome.
And then the Nakatomi, then the end's a lighter.
Oh yeah,
Good references in this photo.
nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see how that goes. I want to get back into Warzone. It's one of the games where I've missed out in a while here, and I do kind of miss it a bit there. So
I might have to do that too.
yeah.
I haven't played it on PC yet. I've just played it on PlayStation. I think I'd do a lot better on PC.
Invest in a new SSD for it.
I know. Yeah, you need like 300 gigs just to play it.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, another like 100 some if you have the full game like I have. So yeah, it's a fucking
It's nuts.
lot.
That's bonkers.
Crazy. That's bonkers.
That's bonkers.
All right. Well, yeah, let's move on to my last story, I suppose. Dave Bautista wants Marvel to recast Drax for future solo movie. Dave Bautista's time as Drax in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies seemingly coming to an end with the upcoming third film. The actor has some surprising suggestions for the character he helped introduce in the MCU. Cast a new actor for a Drax reboot. Speaking with Slash Film, Bautista says he always wanted to explore the Destroyer side of Drax in the Guardians of the Galaxy, but instead leaned into his more comedic nature. It's weird because sometimes you'll hear me say, I wish they dove into the Destroyer side, which originally I thought they were going to do in Guardians 2, because the Marvel Universe still hasn't seen Drax the Destroyer. Instead, Drax is a beloved character because his literal mindedness is often sweet-natured and humorous, and Bautista says this likely won't change in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. The honest answer is no, Bautista says when he asked if the Destroyer will finally be seen in the third movie. I think people are in love with the characters the way they are, and I just want to conclude this journey.
Fair.
Yeah. Then you just also added here, sorry. I really hope that going forward they will reboot Drax, and I think Drax the Destroyer could be a standalone film. I think it could be something new and something different, says Bautista. I hope someday they just recast it and reboot just Drax the Destroyer and focus on that story because it's a great story.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Drax was never a standalone character.
And we're back.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Drax was never one of those standalone. He was always part of the Guardians. I don't know. It was never one to really go off on his own. So I don't know about that one.
I mean, they could possibly. I mean, like
they could, but I mean,
how much interest is there in that though?
Yeah, the thing too, like he's, I don't know about that one.
Like, they explained a little bit of who he was before and why he was so pissed off at the Kree. Like really, we know that already.
We don't see Drax the Destroyer, and I get what he's saying with that, but it's like, well, he's just a brute, really. That's how they kind of framed him as that. So it'd be cool to see him as a more action focused role, sure, but to have his own standalone really story with that, like you can't really do a hell of a lot. I mean, his whole motivation was Thanos killed his parents, and then that was it. Like,
well, killed his wife and kids, right? Is that what it was?
Oh, sorry, wife and kids. Sorry, I'm thinking,
Right, killed his family,
Killed his family, and then that was it. But like, okay, well, there's your reason, there's a motivation. Now let's just have this character be a character now. So we'll see how it goes. But I don't know. I don't think there's enough there to really justify a full need for
maybe a TV show though, possibly.
Oh yeah, but
do that.
Yeah,
sure.
If they're making an Ironheart TV show, you can make a Drax the Destroyer TV show. I would say.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, like I guess like just about him being recast, it's easy to forget that he's 52 years old. He's the same age as Hugh Jackman. So like staying that fit for that long, it's harder and harder as you get older, right? So it's
for sure.
I can.
That's why I'm surprised they're even like John Cena's character in Suicide Squad. What's his name?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. He's 55, and he's still.
Is he really?
He's 55.
No, he's 44.
54.
44.
Still.
No,
44? Is he?
I'm looking at Google right now. 44.
John Cena's only 44.
Yes.
I thought he was in the 50s.
No.
Oh, then I'm wrong. Sorry.
The Rock is in his 50s. Or the Rock is 49, actually.
That's maybe what I'm thinking. I thought he was 54. He was in his mid 50s. All right, sorry, no, never mind. But yeah, no, I thought like he is right though. It does take a lot to maintain to be in shape and to be a character like that for a long time at that age. Because and does Hugh Jackman still plan to be Wolverine too as well, or
no? I think
that's done, right? Yeah.
That's been done, I think.
Yeah.
Logan
that
was
was
his
that was
last
the thing. Kind
so.
of the main point of him being done with Logan 2 was keeping up with the workouts and staying shredded was one of the big parts of him quitting.
Right.
So
right.
And I'm guessing that's also for like Chris Evans and them as they're getting older. It's like the Marvel superhero body is hard to maintain, even with all the steroids that they're taking.
Right. Jeez.
But there you go. Any final thoughts before we sign this baby off?
Yeah, well, they need to stop being little wusses because Sylvester Stallone is still keeping shredded, and he's like almost 80. I'm exaggerating big time, but come on.
And Arnold. Lots of roids there, though. Yeah.
Roid addiction.
Yeah, a little bit.
But he's not even going to be Rocky, and Rocky doesn't even do anything anymore. He just stands there in a coat,
right? And he's still jacked. No, I'm just kidding. Hand. No, yeah.
Okay.
We're done making fun of poor Sly. He's awesome. I love Sly.
Cool. Well, there you go. That's the weekly wrap up. We still managed to go for a whole hour.
Oh God.
We're gonna just have to like cut the news and like do it a Saturday or something. Like I don't know. Unless you guys like the longer podcast, if you guys like it, let us know because we've always tried to keep these around half an hour, except for Fridays always seem to get away from us. But that's okay. Yeah, if you like the podcast, of course, and you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. It really help us out. And why not share it with a friend? Like put it on your Facebook and share it. What are you afraid people will judge you or something? Come on now.
Yeah.
And if you're listening on a podcast service, give us a thumbs up, 5 stars, subscribe, and head over to our Facebook page. Give us a like and ask us a question or ask us anything Monday, which will be coming to you, of course, after the weekend. Have a great weekend. We'll be back here Monday. We'll talk to you later.
See you guys.
See ya.